the Osage Indians pregame show on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. I am Craig Allen, alongside Steve Adams with Wild Wild West on the camera for us tonight, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio as the School of the Osage Indians get set to take on the Southern Boone Eagles. This is the first bank of the Lake pregame show live in the Kellysport Marina press box. Osage coming off back-to-back wins last week over the Versailles Tigers and the Cuba Wildcats as they start to enter what is unarguably a very tough part of their schedule starting tonight with conference and district opponent Southern Boone. We saw these Eagles earlier in the season. It was game number 3 on the year in the Eugene tournament, and it was a close one, Steve, that the Indians fell short at the end. Another tough shooting night early on in the season for School of the Osage.
Yeah, for sure. We lost that one by 4, 64-60, and we came out feeling good, winning that first quarter by around 5 or so, and then they win the next 2 quarters, and we just could never get over that hump. But it was certainly a competitive game. I remember walking away from that game thinking that could have been ours. Maybe that should have been ours. And then I look at the history between these two teams, and Southern Boone has had our number for a long time. You got to go back 16 games. The Eagles have a 16-game winning streak against us. You got to go back to 2014 to find a season for the Indians that they beat these Southern Boone Eagles. So this is a special opportunity here for our young men to rewrite history a little bit, and not just rewrite history, but rewrite this season a bit. And that's not to say they're not having a good season, but I feel like up to this point, for the most part, we beat who we're supposed to beat. But we haven't had that special win. We haven't had that season-defining win that says, hey, let's elevate a little bit. Let's be better than maybe who it's predicted to be. You look on paper, we're the underdog here at this game on their court. This is the kind of victory we need here to set us up for a strong finish.
You're talking about having not beaten Southern Boone since 2014, and people watching at home who have been watching the Indians for years are probably saying, hey, last year's School of the Osage was conference champs. What about that? Well, no, Osage wound up falling to Southern Boone, and it came down to that very last game of the schedule where Osage got the win over Hallsville, and Blair Oaks managed to defeat Southern Boone at the very end of the season. Right as our game was finishing up, so was Southern Boone and Blair Oaks. Southern Boone lost that game. Osage beat Hallsville behind a great effort from Jackson Long, and that is how the Indians took home their first Tri-County Conference championship in a very long time. And that's still, Osage has not managed to get over the hump of beating Southern Boone, and it's not going to be any easier tonight, Steve. Southern Boone coming into tonight a record of 15-3, and you said it the other night on our broadcast when we were talking about looking forward to this game. Southern Boone is just a well-disciplined team. Is there one player on the team that stands out? No, but there are a lot of good players on the court for Southern Boone. Any night, Steve, whenever this Southern Boone Eagle team takes the floor, they probably have 3 to 4 of the best players on the floor at any given time. That is just, they're generally a deep team. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They don't force anything, and I would expect more of the same tonight from this Eagle team.
And you're going to see a bit of a clash of styles here tonight, just the way these two teams play basketball. Both teams are averaging double-digit points, in terms of margin of victory. But you're looking at a Booneville team or Southern Boone team they're scoring about 10 less points. They're giving up about 10 less points than what Osage is, so they're going to want to slow the pace. They're going to be really stingy on defense, but they're going to be really patient on offense. As you said, they're not going to force anything. They're going to take good shots. You're going to see a lot of their shots in the paint. You look at us where we are just more than willing to let the 3-ball fly, and, that'll work for us if we're making shots. But I tell you, if we're not hitting the 3 tonight, we better adjust or we're going to have a long night.
And Osage, it seems like as this season has gone on, Steve, one of the bugaboos that has been for the Indians that's kind of been one in the past that's starting to come back and haunt them more, these slow starts. And especially against maybe lesser opponents or more mediocre teams. We've seen the Indians come out and get themselves in a hole against teams that they wind up getting the win in the end. But this is not a game where Osage can afford to come out and find themselves in a deficit in the first 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah, this team is going to play really well with the lead. They just clamp down. Again, what they've just impressed me as a smart, well-coached, disciplined team. And so, hey, this is the kind of team you want to get a win against, right? This is the kind of team, hey, you mentioned that Hallsville game last year. That was a game where we had an opportunity to step up, to elevate our program, to win conference, special night. I remember just what a good memory that was. This is kind of opportunity. We don't have conference on the line here tonight, but I tell you what, we do have on the line is perhaps district standing, as we are getting down to 7 games away from starting district play. These wins here in these next couple weeks are going to have a big impact on how they seed that tournament. Coming back and getting a win against these Eagles would be a great statement.
You can find this broadcast live on your radio dial at 102.7, or if you'd like to watch our video feed that's synced up with our radio broadcast, you can find that at MoSportsZone.com, as well as on YouTube. Search MoSportsZone on there. Go to the MoSportsZone profile page, and then go to the live tab. You can find action from all around the Midwest, including Eldon and Blair Oaks, which I believe is going on tonight. Colton Taylor with the call out there. You can find games from Versailles, Eugene, Camdenton, Waynesville, Warrensburg, and the surrounding area as we wind down towards the postseason here with School of the Osage careening towards this postseason play. It is going to be a busy set of weeks for everyone in the area, as in the next 2 weeks, I believe Steve and I will be on the road and at home for 6 calls in about the next 15 days. So we're going to be in your living room hanging out with you. Hopefully you enjoy having Steve there.
Yeah, you take a look at the next 7 games here. Of those 7 opponents, 6 of them have winning records. Of those 6, 5 of them have single-digit losses. Of those, 2 of those teams have already beat us. And then the only other team without the winning record is Camdenton, and they sure gave us a run for our money when we faced them earlier in the season. So there's no easy ones from here on out for the Osage Indians. Every game we got is going to be a test. Every game we've got, it's got an opportunity to elevate our program and position us for a great finish in our postseason.
Indeed, the start of a very difficult stretch for School of the Osage. Right here tonight in Ashland, Missouri. We'll have the call for you right here on MoSportsZone.com. Osage freshman team picking up a win in overtime tonight. Marshall Boren hitting the triple as time expired. Now, Steve, I spoke to him after the freshman game, before the JV game. I said, sir, you did not call backboard. And he told me, yes, I did. And I don't think you did, young man. In fact, I have video evidence that says you did not call backboard on that 3-point shot to get the win.
Maybe he goes to, like a 24-hour bank, It's always open, baby.
That's right. Well, it was open for him to get that winning 3-pointer in overtime. And then we just saw the Osage junior varsity squad get the win over Southern Boone's JV team. A great game there. We saw Jacob Ernst, who played extremely well, take a shot to the face, and it looked like he got stitches right there on the bench, didn't it, Steve?
I didn't see that. I saw him got bandaged up, and I shut things down for just a few minutes. I mean, both games kind of ended in dramatic fashion, and for that JV squad, it's like they kind of took over from that point. I mean, they had a little bit of a lead going into that, but they got it up to double digits after Jacob went out. Again, playing for their guy there.
Yeah, we wish Jacob Ernst a speedy recovery after that. We got Eddie Majersic with a high ankle sprain. He's here in a boot tonight after missing the last couple games, and hopefully he gets on the mend and is able to get some games in before the end of the season. But a high ankle sprain, certainly nothing to rush back from. So hopefully Jacob and Eddie can get themselves right for the end of this junior varsity season. Hopefully School of the Osage can get themselves going in the right direction with some momentum heading in towards this postseason play as we get set for the Eagles and the Indians here. I'm assuming that we're going to have a national anthem. We're kind of just looking around waiting for, is this song the new national anthem?
I've not been told.
I don't think,
no one's informed
I
me
did
of
not
that.
get a memo on that. But
it's not what they sang Sunday night.
No.
At the Super Bowl.
No, that went under, by the way, if you had that. Just saying. Thank you, Thank you,
I love
Charlie
that you
Puth,
know
for
that.
One, yeah. 112 and a half seconds. Thank you, Charlie Puth, on that one. So we will take a break for the national anthem. We'll come back, get you set for the Eagle Stop starting lineups and the tip-off after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Hey, Missouri. When you're looking for a reliable pit stop, look no further than Eagle Stop. Family owned with over 50 locations. Whether you're gassing up or grabbing snacks, you'll always get a clean, consistent, and quality experience. And you're going to want to reward yourself with snacks, drinks, and fuel discounts. Download their brand new app today. Earn points with every purchase. Eagle Stop, where your journey is their passion. Stop by today and see why they're Missouri's favorite.
Since 1977, Kelly's Port has been the trusted name for boating at Lake of the Ozarks. Whether you're chasing fun with the best selection of Bennington pontoons or cruising into the sunset on a luxurious Tiara yacht, Kelly's Port has the answers to your boating dreams. They're the #1 Regal Boats dealer in the nation. Plus, they carry Ski Nautique and Grady White. Sales, service, financing, storage. They've got it all. Kelly's Port in Osage Beach and on the 19.5-mile marker.
At Lake Regional Health System, excellence is everywhere, in the care of a nurse and the dedication of a doctor. As our pursuit of excellence continues, we're proud to announce our membership in the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Their specialists and research supporting ours, because excellence lives here. Learn more at lakeregional.com/Mayo.
This is Osage Indians Basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
It's black.
Back here in southern Boone, Missouri, Ashland. A little bit of technical difficulties there, but we are back and underway, and Osage is out in front, 2-0 after a Blake Harrison shot. Three-pointer up, no good. Brady Clark down with the rebound. We'll get you set with starters here in a second. Apologies for the delay there. Long has it, goes to the corner. Southern Boone out in man-to-man, floats it in for Harrison. He finds himself under the backboard. Now up top, Maverick Chusty, three-pointer up, front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Rackers. Rackers will bring it down into Brady Clark. Pulls up, 12-footer, gets it to go down. Ties this one up at 2. A little bit of pressure here from Southern Boone. Harrison will handle it for the Indians. Picks it up, now gives it over to Clark. Clark inside to Luke Wolf. Wolf, turnaround 12-footer, no good. Rackers down with the rebound for the Eagles. He kicks it over. This is Troth with it. Troth in the lane, left-hand shot, no good. Harrison with the board. Blake will bring it up for the Indians. Splits two defenders, tough, off-balance shot, but catches just enough for the rim, and it goes down, Steve.
Oh, man, that looked all kinds of awkward, but he got the finish. Well done by Blake Harrison.
Rackers with it up top. Goes over on the wing, now down onto the block. Underneath the backboard, kicked out to the corner, three-pointer up, front iron, rebound tracked down, knocked out of bounds. Off of Southern Boone, back to the Indians. You there, Mike? Keep talking to me, man.
Troth 0 for 3 here, starting a little cold here for the Eagles.
Okay. Mike, you got me? Okay. Clark, full court pressure, breaks it, gets down to the rim, can't get the shot to go. Eagles back with the rebound. Nice job by Luke Wolf. Block on Rackers right at the rim, and then a foul on Troth as Long tries to move down the court.
Well, that's an impressive stop by the turning of ball there, Luke Wolf, getting the block and then just taking the ball away from him, coming back the other way.
Now Luke Wolf will bring it up past half court. Kicks over to Maverick, wide open. No, pump fake, step back. Into the three, front iron, no good. Rebound goes right to Wolf. He splits two defenders, can't go back up with it. Maverick swung over to Long up top. He's open for a triple himself. Back iron, no good. Rackers with the board. Couple good looks there for the Indians. Couldn't get either one to fall. Back the other way come the Eagles. 4-2, 5:28 left to go. Osage out in front. Rackers, finger roll reverse layup, no good. Harrison has the rebound, but no, it's fought with Jace Troth, and they call a jump ball on it.
Ooh, that was a vicious, kind of violent jump ball there. Both guys kind of just...
The worst kind of jump ball, a vicious one. Baseline inbound coming up for the Eagles, down by 2. Ball goes in at the volleyball line. This is Bonnet with it. Bonnet right to left now, working against Clark. Ball goes out on the wing. Three-pointer up, right iron, no good. Weak side rebound off the hands of Mason Shearer, out of bounds, back to the Indians.
Score still 4-2 in favor of the Indians. 5:10 left in this first quarter.
Full court pressure being applied by the Indians here. Maverick has it in the backcourt. Working a screen with Luke Wolf. He'll cross the timeline. Picks up his dribble, looking for help. Goes over to Clark on the sideline. Clark back to Maverick, almost fell out of bounds. Maverick gets a step on his man. Finds Clark working the baseline. Tough shot up on the rim. Does everything but go down, but Harrison has the offensive board. His putback is no good, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Boy, I tell you, the Eagles just playing the tough perimeter defense, guarding us well beyond the three-point arc here. Brady Clark showing some confidence, driving into the paint. Couldn't get it to fall, but Blake Harrison there to clean up after him.
First free throw good from Harrison. Makes it 5-2, 4:49 left to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance.
Harrison's got all 5 of our points so far.
Got one more free throw coming up. Rims around and falls. Makes it 6-2 now. Osage out in front here early on. We talked about their slow starts in the pregame, Steve. Looks like that's not a problem here so far. The Eagles have come out on a slow start. Caster jinx. Let's see if I can reverse it. Ball goes in the corner. This is Bonnet with it. Gives it up in the lane. Shot no good. Clark with the rebound. Kicks it up ahead to Maverick. That passing lane jump. Clark jumps on the floor with a loose ball, and Coach Hinshaw gets a timeout before anybody else can jump on him. 6-2 early on here in the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
There's a place where you're treated with honesty and respect. A place that believes in you and your community too. A place that wants to help you grow and succeed. A place that is built on giving you friendly, reliable service tailored to you. That place is Mid-America Bank.
We're a bank that's good for you and your community too. Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Ashland, Missouri, Southern Boone versus School of the Osage. We're about halfway through this first quarter. And Osage up by 4 with 4:25 left to go in the first, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Timeout taken by Osage as there was a loose ball during the full court pressure by the Eagles. We'll see what Osage dials up here on this possession. Nice spin move by Harrison. Show now trying to go in the lane, looking for some help, gives it out to Maverick. Maverick goes away from the screen, lost it near the corner, has to throw it back to Harrison on the sideline. Osage recovers, has Long at the basket, just can't get an angle. Now Harrison goes right to the rim, puts a shot up. It's no good, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Once again.
Foul on Shearer, his first of the night. Second time that Harrison's been able to get into the paint and draw contact here.
We saw Blake have his worst game of the season last week against Versailles, and then backed it up with a bit of a slower start at Cuba. He got out of the gate quick, and then you look up and he's got 20 points once again. But he is coming out very quick here in this first quarter so far. Second free throw is no good, keeps it at 7-2. Halfway through the first here. Rackers has it for the Eagles. Over on the wing, this is Bonnet. Now back up top to Trot. Back to Rackers, picked up by Clark. Clark trying to force him to go left. Rackers picks up his dribble. Now gives it back up top. This is Shearer with it. Back to Rackers. Rackers gets a step, works towards the baseline. Here comes the double team, finds his player on the opposite block. Missed shot, no good, gets his own rebound, and Brody Troth puts it back up and in. So the help defense came, and then Rackers did a good job at getting rid of it.
Troth getting his first bucket of the night. He's been kind of a cold start. We want to keep that lid on the rim for him.
Harrison giving Maverick a great screen, and then trying to go to Luke Wolf across the lane. That passing lane jump, but the ball goes out of bounds, stays here with the Indians. Substitution on the floor for School de Osage.
Here we go. Trusty and Clark and Wolf taking breathers here on the floor. We have Marshall, Wall, and Willoughby. Score 7-4 in favor of the Indians.
Ball goes into Long in the corner. His three-pointer is up, rims around, doesn't fall. They're going to call Ethan Wall for a push foul there on the rebound. Good look for Long. I thought that one was going to fall, but it didn't. Substitution on the floor for the Eagles. This is Avion Sims checking in. And we've yet to see their talented freshman hit the floor. Matthew Oyewole, who we saw make some big-time plays.
Say that one again. What was that name again?
Oyewole.
I like it.
In fact, I don't even see him down here. He might not be here tonight. Rackers, 12-footer, no good. Fight on the rebound. Looked like two Eagles were fighting with it, but they're going to call Wall for his second in about 15 seconds of court time.
Putting Rackers at the line.
That's tough. That kind of takes School of the Osage off their rotation that they want to have. Rackers' first free throw was good. Luke Wolf will have to check back in as Ethan Wall will take a seat with two quick ones. One more free throw coming for Rackers. Goes in, makes it 7-6 here. First quarter action brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. This is Willoughby with it up top. Harrison at 15, hands it off to Long. Long gets a screen. Step back, thought about the 15-footer, looking to go inside. Now has to fight for the basketball, hands it off to Marshall. Marshall with it up top. Osage will reset here. Harrison working hard on the interior against Sims. Finally gets it, pump fakes him off the floor. Sims jumps out of the gym, and Harrison puts it in easily.
9-6 in favor of the Indians. Harrison with all 9 points.
Sims on the wing now, picked up by Long. 2:20 left to go here in the first. Hands it off to Jace Troth. Troth gives it over to Rackers, picked up by Willoughby. Behind his back in the lane. Push shot on the rim, no good. Rebound knocked off. Rackers somehow winds up with it. He puts it in. They say he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Jackson Long looks like called for the foul. His first of the night.
Jackson Long's dad just had a birthday, Steve. Josh Long.
Is he 29 too?
He's 29. Known Seattle Seahawks fan, Josh Long. Free throw no good from Rackers, but gets his own rebound. His putback is no good. The rebound knocked out of Harrison's hands, back to Rackers. He winds up with it and goes up and in for another and one. Harrison had that rebound, and then it was swatted out of his hands from behind, and it goes to Rackers, who was just standing there. And Rackers puts it up and in easily. And this free throw is good from Rackers, and that winds up being a 4-point possession for the Eagles to put them in front 11-9 here. Now a turnover on the sideline. We'll go back to Southern Boone. And Osage, who looked good for the first few minutes of this first quarter, falling apart here on the last few possessions.
Rackers with 9 for the Eagles here, 9 of their 11. We've yet to see anybody score for Osage other than the Blake Show.
Sims with it. Goes up top. This is Brody Troth. Now over to Rackers. Rackers working against Marshall, picks up his dribble. Sims with it once again, picked up by Long. Into the lane, picks up his dribble at 14, kicks it out. Troth to Rackers. They reset at the volleyball line. Osage switching on screens. Now Willoughby picking up Rackers. Ball goes inside. They want to go against Harrison on the interior. Jump stop. They say he's fouled on the shot.
That's tough. Late call. Late whistle on that one. And really just, Not much there at all.
Yeah. Instead, that's going to be the second foul on Blake Harrison.
So we got two of our bigs, Ethan Wall and the Blake Show here with 2 fouls.
Shearer's first free throw is good. Harrison takes a seat as Maverick Trusty will check in for him. Certainly not enough contact there to maybe warrant the second foul.
Got a little smaller here on the floor for Osage.
And you can see it right there. Miscommunication on the rebound. A lot of contact there. And Coach Henshaw wants a timeout to talk about it with 1:16 left to go in the first. It is a 14-9 game. And Steve, 3 offensive rebounds on free throws for the Southern Boone Eagles, and that is what has got them out in front by 5 right now.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things right here, but just on this end of the floor defensively, just not taking care of the ball when we get those rebounds and coming back the other way, just almost seeing just a little slow, just a little step behind here.
How many times have we said in the last couple weeks, though, offensive rebound for Booneville, offensive rebound for Eugene? It feels like when Osage has lost some of these close games here recently, offensive rebounds have been a major factor in that.
Now, the only player with our points so far, Blake Harrison, is on the bench here in foul trouble, so someone's going to have to step up here. We're down by 5.
I don't want to project or make any kind of guess, but it's going to be real difficult for him to score from the bench.
Did you read that in the book somewhere?
From what I've seen in basketball in all my years of watching, that is a difficult place to score from. Not impossible.
That's why you're so good at this.
Marshall with it on the wing. Lost a handle on it, gives it over to Maverick. Maverick will reset at the volleyball line. Behind his back, gets a screen from Wolf. Marshall on the wing, wants to work baseline. Takes the contact, goes to the floor, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Hit from behind on the layup. A good take by Marshall, just could not get that one to go, but a lot of contact, and now Marshall at the line for 2 free throws. Known Seattle Seahawks fan, Tyler Marshall.
I like how you're naming them out because they're just not, there's more today than there were last week, I feel like.
There certainly feels like it.
Shear with his second of the night, and, you know, Marshall just showed no fear heading into the paint there, and he's not the biggest body on the floor, but he finds a way to draw the contact and get himself to the line, making the first one.
His first free throw is good. Marshall, his last 5 games, last 5 or 6, been really, really impressive. He has come off the bench and given Osage some really good minutes here as of late. He played well that whole week at the Eldon tournament. Both free throws good for Marshall here. Makes it a 3-point game, 14-11, under a minute to go here in the first. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Rackers throws it to Sims past the half court. And now Southern Boone will try and get a reset here. Sims working against Willoughby. Both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Marshall almost comes up with the steal. Rackers over to Sims in the corner.
Nice recovery.
Sims picks up his dribble, now goes back up top to Rackers. Southern Boone will reset. Rackers working against Willoughby behind the back, into the lane. Tough shot on the rim, no good. Willoughby with a good box out on Rackers. He's fouled, and that'll send Willoughby to the free throw line for 2.
Rackers with his first of the night. Both teams with 5 fouls here in the bonus with about 18 seconds left.
Yeah, Shearer in foul trouble, and right there is the first on Rackers. Two free throws coming up for Willoughby. First one is good. That'll raise your average.
14-12 in favor of the Eagles.
That was a great year. That was a great year. 14-12.
Remember that year?
I do remember 14-12 vividly. That was when the Eldon tournament started, I believe.
Feels like it.
Both free throws good from Willoughby. 15 seconds here, a 1-point game in this first quarter. This is Brody Trout with it, swung over, Sims in the corner. Now back up top, Rackers has it at the volleyball line. I don't think Rackers knows how much time is left. They're gonna call an offensive foul on the moving screen.
20?
No, just one foul.
Bonnet with his first.
I thought you were asking me how many fouls are on that
We
play.
got 2.2 seconds left. Osage with the ball. And now an offensive foul you don't get to shoot, unfortunately, even though you're in the bonus here.
Neither set of fans or coaches can believe this situation of all these fouls. Mavericks half-court shot as time expires. front iron, no good, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Osage down by 1, 14-13 after 1. We'll take a break. Come back with the start of the second after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians Basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Back here in Ashland, Missouri, School of the Osage against the Southern Boone Eagles. 1 quarter of play in the books, and after 8 minutes, Osage finds themselves down 1 in what has been an extremely physical first quarter of action, Steve.
For sure. Hey, the only thing I don't like about so far the development of this game here is 2 of our bigs in foul trouble. The Eagles are just so sharp on their perimeter defense, and we found a way. Blake Harrison was having success in the paint there. Get a couple quick fouls on him along with Wall, and we got to really depend on our guard play to keep us in this one.
Osage will start this second quarter with the basketball. This quarter brought to you by American Sun Control. Wolf. Ball bounces off his foot, but Trusty tracks it down. Now he'll step into a long 3, back iron, no good. Fight for the board, ball on the deck, out of bounds, off Osage, back to the Eagles.
Who was that? Was that Marshall just flying in,
there,
crashing the boards, almost comes up with it.
Some full court pressure here from School of the Osage. We've seen them be a little bit more comfortable with this pressure the last couple weeks now. Implemented it against Versailles with some great results, and then played it against Cuba as well and forced a lot of turnovers. And we're seeing it so far here tonight, just kind of delaying Southern Boone into getting into their offense. But into their offense, they indeed are. This is Kai Morris with it. Now goes up top to Sims, picked up by Long. Trying to go inside. This is Rackers working against Marshall. He pulls it back out. And Southern Boone will reset here. Almost a minute off the clock in this second quarter. Troth inside to Troth, working against Clark. Back up top. Rackers has it. Goes to the right. Good help defense there from Brady Clark, but the offensive rebound and putback for Southern Boone extends the lead to 3.
Rackers really trying to capitalize on just the size difference he's got over his defenders, and it worked in their favor just off the rebound.
Long working against Sims. A lot of contact out there. Sims reaching across the body. Maverick goes right to the basket for a finger roll layup. Got a step on his defender and finishes at the rim. Maverick Trusty.
His first bucket of the night, 15-16 in favor of the Eagles. We're going to need to see more of that from the Magician.
Good defense from Luke Wolf, but just taking it right at him was Brody Troth, and he finishes at the rim.
Troth with 8 on the night.
I like what I saw there from Wolf, though, straight up. Tried to deny that shot. Trying to go cross court over to Maverick Trusty. Sims jumps the passing lane, comes up with the steal. Now he wants to go coast to coast, throws it off the backboard, no good. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. Ball knocked out of bounds off Osage, stays here with the Eagles.
Whew. Sims misses a bucket there. Troth misses a bucket there.
I mean, yeah, they're missing shots right at the rim, but they're getting the offensive rebound. Osage is going to have to figure out a way to box out. They have got to start cleaning up these defensive boards. Or Southern Boone is going to be able to stay in this one. That ball just thrown away. Willoughby with the steal.
Oh, no.
And he tried to jump stop right at the rim and winds up slipping.
We had Sims, you know, being the wolf on his tail. He heard the footsteps there, tried to put the brakes on and just let him fly by, and the brakes weren't working. 18-50 in favor of the Eagles. 5:48 left in this second quarter. Troth right at the rim.
Yeah, gets a good screen there and finishes the easy layup. That was a good pick by Kai Morris to get Wolf out of the equation. Clark on the wing, 3-pointer up from him, and Brady Clark.
Shot.
The corner tray to get this one back to within 2. And Clark did not hesitate, just stepped right into that shot, got it to go. Nice job by Maverick Trusty kicking it up ahead to find the open Clark.
Iceman doing what he does best.
3-pointer up from Rackers, no good. Maverick has the rebound. Osage quickly down the floor the other way. Kicking it over to Clark. He takes 2 steps and finishes the layup. And again, Another beautiful pass there by Maverick. Looked like it was going to go to Wolf, and it goes over to Clark for the finish.
Clark with the tray in the previous possession, and the layup right there ties it up, 20-20.
5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Morris up top to Troth. He goes away from the screen. Out to Sims in the corner now. Thought about the triple, wants to work baseline. Forced towards out of bounds. Maverick with the steal. Maverick going to kick it up ahead to Clark. Clark, 2 steps, and the finish at the rim. Clark has the last 7 for the Indians to put Osage out in front.
And he can thank Maverick Trusty for a couple of those buckets, just
All of
delivering
them.
the ball right where it needs. That's true. 3 assists right in a row for Trusty to Clark. Nice job.
Three-pointer in the corner up. Back iron, front iron. But an offensive rebound putback. They're going to call Luke Wolf for the foul there.
Ooh. Hate to see it.
And that's going to be 2 free throws coming up, but that's only going to be the first on Luke Wolf. You know, Steve, Coach Jolly in the house tonight. You think him seeing Brady Clark out on these fast breaks? I mean, we should have put this kid at running back. Maybe he shouldn't have been a kicker. I doubt he thinks that.
He'll let you know if he does.
Hey, Craig, I heard what you had to say. That's a great idea. I didn't see where he went. He went over on the southern. He might know somebody over there on Southern Boone side.
He's right.
Oh, he's right over here?
By Coach Fowler.
Second free throw, no good. Fight for the board, and Southern Boone comes down with it. That is now the 4th offensive rebound on free throws for the Eagles here in the first half.
And sometimes it comes down just to size, and that's what it looked like there. We were in position, just their guards a little bit bigger than ours, able to just grab it out from over us.
Rackers lost a handle on it. Colt Butler, who's just checked in, comes up with the steal.
Oh, man.
Maverick was still on this side of the floor when he left his feet, so that winds up being a backcourt. I read the book that you gave me, Steve. That is actually a backcourt violation. And if you knew how to read, you would be able to know that too, Steve.
I'm trying. I'm looking at the pictures.
Yeah, you said there are some really nice pictures in there, and you were right. Thankfully, I'm reading and know the rules. Ball goes in the corner. 3-pointer up, rims off, no good. Clark has the rebound. He wants to move, hands it off to Luke Wolf. Wolf does not want to move and gives it over to Maverick to bring across the timeline. Maverick to Butler on the wing, goes inside, trying to find Wolf. A lot of contact there. Ball knocked out of bounds, saved back in to Southern Boone. Again, I can't tell if the referees are calling it tight or letting them play half the time. Rackers behind his back, 12-foot shot up in the lane and good. Puts Southern Boone back in front by 1. Again, Blake Harrison and Ethan Wall both picking up 2 fouls in the first quarter. Osage trying to make it through this second with both of them on the bench. Maverick going to the left, finger roll layup, leaning back. And he gets it to go. That is just an athletic. You know, maybe Coach Jolly is seeing Maverick go to the rim like this and saying, maybe we should have run a few more run plays for him.
Nice finish with the right hand on the left side of the rim. Wow. All kinds of athletic and just body control going on there. And Willoughby trying to get the steal.
And does get the steal. Havoc just reaches in and takes it away from the Eagles. Now comes down the floor. And they'll slow it down. They'll get into their half-court set. Willoughby to Colt Butler in the corner. Now up top, Maverick. He'll step into the triple. Shots up, rims around, does not fall. And the rebound comes down to Jace Trott.
Osage up 24-23, 2:26 left in this second quarter.
Rackers spins in. Fadeaway shot, no good. Willoughby with the board for the Indians. He wants to push, kicks it up ahead to Brady Clark. Clark pulls it back, looking to go inside, goes over Colt Butler's head, hits the net, slows down to the floor, and then goes out of bounds. Good idea, it was there. Butler just unable to wrangle that one in. Maverick going to have to take a breather here, and Long will check in for him. This is not a lineup that you're going to see a lot for the Indians. But with guys in foul trouble and Maverick having to take a seat, carrying a lot of the load, it's Willoughby, Butler, Wolf, Long, and Clark. Steve, I would argue this might be the first time all season these 5 have been on the floor together.
Well, you don't get much smaller than what we've got right here.
This is it. You take Luke Wolf out, put in Tyler Marshall, and see what happens.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But Osage getting it done, playing good defense here, just need to box out better. This is Trott with it, Jace Trott. Kicks it over to Bonnet. Bonnet trying to go inside to Rackers. Rackers working against Wolf. Now just hands it off. Tough angle, but the finish on the box, up and in for Brody Trott.
Trott with a dozen.
Long working against Trott. He's called for the blocking foul, and that's going to be number 1 on him.
Yep.
1-point game here, 25-24. 1:26 left to go in the second, brought to you by American Sun Control. Luke Wolf will take a seat. So, yes, we can get shorter, Steve, as Maverick Trusty checks in for him.
Trusty wasn't on the bench long there. Not much of a breather.
Inbound goes to Long, wide open for the triple, and Jackson Long's 3 puts Osage back in front.
27-25, 1:18 left in this second quarter. That was a deep 3, well beyond the three-point line there. I had all kinds of space.
Indeed it was, but Long made it go. Now they want to go on the inside. A tough shot, no good. Fight for the board. Body's on the deck, out of bounds. Off of Southern Boone, back to the Indians. One minute left to go here in the second. Osage up by 2. Long. Off a screen, but Southern Boone switching on it. Now over to Maverick. Maverick, right to left, into the lane, lost a handle on it. Troth takes it away from him. Now Troth back the other way, goes down the lane, puts it up on the glass. They say he's fouled. The shot's good. He'll go to the line for one more. And that'll be 2 on Long. But Marshall will check in for Brady Clark. With 43 seconds left to go here. Free throw is up, and it is good. Puts Southern Boone back in front by 1, 28-27 here in the second. Maverick with it, over to Willoughby. Pump fakes the 3, finds Marshall inside. Marshall out the Long, lost a handle on it, picks up his dribble, finds Maverick cutting to the basket. He puts a shot on the rim. It falls off. No good. Ball on the deck, knocked around. Southern Boone winds up with it with 20 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Eagles up by 1, 19 seconds here, ticking down.
Wanting to go inside right now. Brody Troth working against Willoughby. That's the biggest player on the floor, being guarded by the smallest player. A lot of communication out there. A lot of communication in the stands. Osage fighting through screens. Baseline jumper from Rackers. Rims around and falls with 1 second left to go. And that's how the half comes to a close. Rackers will put the Eagles out in front, 30-27. We'll take a break. Come back with the High V halftime show when Steve ranks it after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Rock Island Insurance, the pro team for your insurance needs. At Rock Island, they keep you on track with coverage you can afford for home, vehicle, property, casualty, and life. Juke the big hits. And let Rock Island Insurance block the way when it comes to your insurance needs. A proud supporter of our Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Rock Island Insurance, keeping you on track.
Show your ride some love this month with a new set of tires. At Sunset Tire and Service, they've got the Bridgestone and Firestone tires you need to drive with confidence. From innovative Bridgestone to dependable Firestone, their tire experts will help you find the perfect fit for your vehicle and your driving style. Visit them at 955 Missouri Highway 42 in Osage Beach, or schedule your appointment online at sunsettireandservice.com. Your ride and your wallet will thank you. This school and holiday season, visit your new owners and professional team at your local UPS store next to Deerbergs in Osage Beach. Get printing, a full business center, notary, shipping, and mailboxes. Your red carpet full-service UPS center. UPS makes it easy with realtor, military, and small business discounts. They'll pick up packages for you. Open 7 days a week, backing local schools and surrounding areas. Let UPS back you and take care of your printing and shipping. UPS online or at 573-365-6991.
Choosing an assisted living community for yourself or someone you love is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. At Stonebridge, we provide care that meets the unique needs of each of our residents, along with social activities that match their passions. This is what peace of mind looks like: an attentive staff and a safe, comfortable environment our residents are happy to call home. That's the Stonebridge way. Visit StonebridgeSeniorLiving.com to learn more.
Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control. You're listening to Osage Indians Basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Ashland, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Wild Wild West on the camera. Mike Forever Young back in the studio. And at halftime, Osage finds themselves down 30-27, but really fighting through and showing some attrition here tonight in that first half. A very, very, very physical first half against this Southern Boone Eagle team, Steve.
Yeah, we talked about almost all season. When the refs let them play, that usually doesn't work in our favor. You know, we're often outsized at that guard position, and so that just, you know, we need the refs to call a tight game. But, hey, let's say we're hanging with them. And when you look at the fact that we did not see Blake Harrison or Ethan Wall for almost that entire second quarter due to foul trouble, and for us to still be in this one here, man, that's an impressive show here by our young men. Scoring-wise, Blake Harrison, 9 points. There was a stretch there. We had all the points for Osage. He got in foul trouble. All 9 of those points happened in the first quarter. Jackson Long's got 3. The motor, Tyler Marshall's got a bucket. Maverick Trusty with 4 points, and those were tough. He's got almost as many assists probably as he has points at this point. Brady Clark had 7 straight points there to keep us in the one. That's all in the second quarter, kind of filling in that vacuum that was left when Harrison had to take a seat there, and Willoughby with 2.
There's been some issues that definitely need to be addressed here at halftime, though. We saw 4 offensive rebounds on missed free throws here in the first half for Southern Boone. And you cannot just give a team like this continued second look opportunities. Have to find somebody to box out. Have to not give up second chance looks like that. And if Osage can clean up the glass here in the second half, I've not seen enough from people outside of Rackers for Southern Boone to think that they can put together a consistent offense against this Osage defense.
Yeah, I'm looking at just shooting percentages, and I always don't get them all, but I don't see the Southern Boone's hit a 3 yet. They're at least, they're 0 for at least 6. Osage not really on fire on the other end either. We've got a couple here. I remember Brady Clark hit 1 and Jackson Long hit 1. In two-point land, we've got 64%, 7 for 11 to their 50%. I got to think that what they're talking about maybe in the locker room for the Eagles is missed opportunities there. They had when we were really playing small ball, they had a chance to take advantage of that size and miss the big buckets. Of course, like you said, boy, it's pretty rare, I feel like, to see those offensive rebounds off of a free throw. And that really extended. You said that 4-point play, just really big, especially when you're playing a Southern Boone team that the score is going to be lower anyway.
Well, Southern Boone has not hit a 3 in the first half, but I'll tell you who did hit a 3, and that was Marshall Boren in the freshman game tonight. He used backboard, folks, but he got the shot to go as time expired. Did not call backboard, but apparently that's okay in today's day and age. But Boren's 3 in overtime of that freshman game gives the freshman the victory. And, hey, listen, if you're going to come out and hit game-winning 3s as time expires, you're going to have to get a nickname soon. So Marshall Boren needs to be thinking about some cool nickname.
Oh, is that his job? He gets to do that?
Well, I'm too busy with all kinds of others. I'm dealing with the rest of his family. His grandma's trying to take pictures with me before the game like I'm some kind of celebrity or something. You know how it goes. And then the JV getting the win in their game as well. We'll see if the varsity can make it a 3-win night here for School of the Osage. When we come back, we'll have Steve ranks it. And in honor of the big game over the weekend, Steve is going to rank his favorite top 5 Super Bowl commercials from the weekend. So you think about what your top 5 Super Bowl commercials are. We'll come back and hear what Steve's are after this. It's the Hy-Vee halftime show. Osage down by 3. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Yeah. This is Anna Marie Hopkins with Smarter Move Real Estate Group, powered by Ozark Realty. Now is the time to make the smarter move, and let me help you with your real estate needs. Whether you are buying or selling at the Lake of the Ozarks or anywhere in mid-Missouri, call me, Anna Marie, at 573-544-3587. I can prove there's a smarter move.
She can prove there's a smarter move. What's hot? What stank? Steve's here now and he's ready to rank. If you want to know the top 5 picks, just sit back while Steve ranks it. 1, 2, 3, he's making the list. 4 and 5, you get the gist. Fries, films, whatever's legit. He's the man, Steve ranks it.
And we are back here in Ashland, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show. It is time for the world's hottest mid-Missouri high school basketball segment in America. It is time for Steve Ranks It, where I give Steve a category, and he gives me his top 5 in said category. And in honor of the big game played on Sunday, some people get together for the food. Some people get together for the game. Some people, Steve, get together for the commercials. And Steve is going to rank his top 5 commercials from the Super Bowl on Sunday. Steve, the field is yours.
Hey, well, here's the deal. Congratulations to your Seahawks for getting the win. I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I did jump on the bandwagon there, rooting for the Seahawks. But I tell you, as you said, sometimes people watch the game for the commercials. I'm a football fan. I love football, but, man, that was a dry game.
I liked it.
That's a boring way to win a
I had
Super
fun.
Bowl for sure.
I had fun.
And so I feel like the commercial saved that night for sure. So here we go. Number 5, the Xfinity commercial, Jurassic Park works.
Yeah, that's a good
What if the power hadn't gone down? What if the internet had worked? We might still have a Jurassic Park today.
Dr. Hammond, I'm going to sign off on your talk.
Number 4, this is really dedicated to you.
This is
Here we
my
go.
number 1.
The T-Mobile Backstreet Boys commercial.
This is my number 1. I loved it. You know, at first I was like, oh my God, sold out. But no, still relevant in today's lexicon. Big time commercial. That's my number 1.
How many young kids were like, who's
Who
that?
are these guys?
Who's that? Number 3, Goodwill Duncan with Ben Affleck.
That was
That's
some
funny
scary
stuff.
AI, wasn't it?
Number 2, the Alexa commercial, the killer Alexa commercial. Chris Hemsworth concerned about having Alexa in his home, and then it goes to this montage of different ways that Alexa might take his life.
Yeah.
And then number 1, it was some kind of pharmacy medication thing,
I
test.
don't even know what it is.
Yeah, relax your tight end with, who was in that? Kittle
George
was
Kittle,
in that, and the Gronk was in that, and I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
At the end of that. Well, that was
Here's your
hilarious.
no Budweiser commercial.
You know,
un-American.
Honorable mention, the American Icons Budweiser commercial with the Clydesdale and the Eagle. That was great.
I believe that Clydesdale was from Booneville, from what I heard.
Who'd you hear that from?
The horse told me.
Okay, very good.
The horse whisperer.
They had a DraftKings commercial with Colin Jost and Michael Che. I
Yeah,
thought it was
they were in the
pretty funny.
closet, yeah.
There's a State Farm commercial, Living on a Prayer. That was pretty good. And the Uber Eats was pretty funny. Yeah, there was others. Let us know your favorites.
Well, I hope everybody had a great time watching the commercials. Hope everybody had a great time eating food, spending time with friends. I enjoyed the heck out of the game. And, baby, we are Super Bowl champions. It feels good. Feels real good. And people are probably like, why is he even a Seahawks fan? Well,
that's fair. That is a fair question, folks.
Well, third quarter underway here. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Starters on the floor for the Indians. They are in an extended 2-3 trap zone here. And Southern Boone trying to work against this trapping 2-3 zone. Ball tip goes out of bounds. Baseline inbound coming up for the Eagles. Osage will stay in this 2-3 zone here. Ball goes into the volleyball line. Now Troth with it. Up top, Rackers. Swung over on the opposite wing. Going right into the lane. Finger roll, rolls around and catches just enough of the rim to fall. And that makes it a 5-point game for Southern Boone.
Bonnet with his first bucket of the night.
Maverick Trusty has it. He'll hand it off to Jackson Long very nonchalantly. But you know what? You never hear anyone doing something chalantly, Steve. Three-pointer up from Long, and that is the boring backboard three-pointer for Jackson Long. Very chalant with that three-pointer to make it a 2-point game.
Ooh, contact right there. We're going to call that probably on Brady Clark with Indeed.
You know, if there was a different sport, that's unnecessary roughness.
His first of the night. Just kind of out of position there.
Maybe it is. That's necessary roughness. Scott Bakula, 1987. I believe that was a remake of a Burt Reynolds movie. Could be wrong.
You're not a movie guy.
I'm not a movie guy.
But you're a trivia guy.
I don't know who that was. on the interior, trying to go around Harrison, and he's got 2 fouls on him, so they want to go right at him. This time it's Shearer getting a shot on the block. Shearer has 2 fouls himself. Maverick picks up his dribble, hands it off to Blake. Southern Boone switching on everything. Blake finds himself against Rackers. Spin, shot on the rim, no good. Rebound knocked around. Rackers has it for the Eagles. Lead stays at 4 here in the third quarter, coming up on 6 minutes left to go. And just able to get by Blake Harrison. Blake doesn't want to pick up a foul, and Bonnet gets the bucket at the rim.
And this is what the Eagles can do, man. They're great at just getting in the paint and finishing. They had some missed opportunities that first half. They're capitalizing so far in this third quarter.
They're going to get Harrison on the block here. We've seen this play about 1 billion times this season. Blake into his spot, knocked away from behind. The shot is no good. Now back the other way come the Eagles for an easy layup at the other end. Good transition, turning that block into offense. Coach Henshaw demands an explanation. Feels like Harrison got hit on the shot. Long inside to Harrison. They say foul on the floor. It'll be a baseline inbound coming up. Long was working the pick and roll there with Harrison. Got the ball into him.
Rackers with his second of the night.
And the referee telling Coach Henshaw he's had enough.
He's full.
I didn't know that was an option. I'd have told you that a long time ago.
Oh, you do. You have your ways.
Steve, that's enough. On the inbound, goes into Harrison, but he's fouled before he can go up with a shot. So the lead stays here at 8. Osage needs to staunch the bleeding.
Brody Troth with his second of the night.
Trying to go into Maverick. He was wide open. Now ball goes up top to Long. He'll step into the triple. Back iron, no good. Fight for the board, and it goes right to Rackers. Now kicked up ahead. Back behind the defense. That's a blocking foul. Shot's good, and he'll go to the line for one more. Long tried to draw the charge. Not enough contact there to warrant the offensive foul, and instead Long picks up his third. And Southern Boone goes to the free throw line with a double-digit lead now.
Jackson Long with 3 fouls here. That's not one we've said very many times this season. Brody Troth with 16 on the night. They're having a heck of a quarter here. They're up 10-3 in this quarter.
Just beating Osage back down the floor after they're getting these offensive rebounds. Southern Boone doing a good job getting back in transition, turning defense into offense. Free throw is good. And that'll go back to Osage. A little bit of a miscommunication there on the free throw. Nobody was in there to rebound, so thankfully it wasn't a miss.
41-30 in favor of the Eagles.
Maverick with it. Gets past to Rackers, goes right to the basket. They say a pushing foul on Rackers. I'm not sure if they said it was a shooting foul or what it is there. Two shots for Maverick Trusty. Yeah, a little bit of a late call there on if it is.
Rackers with his third foul of the night.
Yeah, 3 on Rackers. That's kind of a tough one for them now. Maverick at the free throw line, misses the first one though. Osage a chance to chip into this lead with the clock stopped. One more coming up for Trusty. Osage down by 11, 5:12 left to go here in the third. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Second free throw is good, makes it a 10-point game.
Trusty with 5. We're at 5:09 left in this third quarter.
Osage sticking with their trapping 2-3 zone. Southern Boone has had a lot of their success in transition here in the second half, not so much in the half-court set. Rackers with it up top near the volleyball line. Looking at a screen, Brady Clark fights through it. Now wants to go one-on-one, picks it up, looking for a backdoor cut, gets it in there, and Wolf catches Bonnet across the arm. They say 2 shots for Bonnet.
Everybody gets 2 shots.
The referee very vociferous with his call, Steve.
It seems like he's really just trying to take control of this game.
Well, I want to see the refs do well tonight.
Bonnet makes the first. He's got 5. Ethan Wall seeing his first action here in this second half.
Don't make me read off that Misha thing, Steve, about respecting the refs. I'll do it from memory.
Read it to yourself.
Whether it's balls or strikes or... Second free throw good. Makes it a 12-point game once again, 43-31. Willoughby with it up top. Picks up his dribble, goes into Clark. Clark over to Maverick. Maverick has it up top, gets a screen from Wall. Maverick goes right to the basket, falling down backwards, doesn't go all the way down, but somehow got that fadeaway off 1 foot to go. Maverick's got 7.
And every bucket he's had's been tough.
Rackers, though, he gets a step on Clark, and the only man there to stop him is Harrison. And again, Harrison doesn't want to pick up his third in that situation, so it's an easy shot for Rackers. Now Maverick, once again, fadeaway 1-footer, can't get that one to go. Weak side rebound comes down to Brody Troth. Troth will bring it up, picked up by Clark. Now kicks it over to Rackers on the wing, picked up against Willoughby. Hands this one off, and it's another easy finish.
Shearer with 5 points tonight, 47-33 in favor of the Eagles, and they are just owning this third quarter.
The perimeter players are just getting a step on our guards right now defensively, Steve. And once they're getting to the rim, Harrison can't really come over and defend it for fear of picking up his third foul. Willoughby in the corner, his three-pointer is up. Back iron, no good. Ethan Wall there for the rebound, finds Maverick up top, wide open for another triple. Front iron, back iron, and then falls. Maverick trusty into double digits now.
47-36 in favor of the Eagles. Just over 3 minutes left in this third quarter. We've got a third quarter score of 17-9. The Eagles really just exploding here.
A terrifying thought.
Exploding Eagles. That's not a good Budweiser commercial.
No, that's not what I voted for. I think a coworker told me that Clydesdale was from Booneville. I wouldn't want to besmirch her name.
You could go visit the Clydesdales up there.
Can you? In Booneville?
Well, you know, my mom's visit. I can't remember if it's in Booneville or not. Here we go. The bank is indeed open tonight.
Yeah, the Marshall Boren backboard once again, but this time strikes for Southern Boone as they hit the triple to extend the lead. A timeout taken on the floor with 2:40 left in the third. We'll take a timeout as well. 50-36. Osage down here in the third. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
This President's Day, celebrate real savings at Big O Tires. For a limited time, buy 3 Big O brand tires and get the 4th one free during the Big O Tires President's Day sale. That's 4 dependable tires for the price of 3. Designed for better traction, a smoother ride, and confidence on every mile. Upgrade your ride with tires you can count on. This deal won't last. So visit your locally owned and operated Big O Tires today and keep more presidents in your pocket this President's Day. Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here, third quarter action, School of the Osage, Southern Boone, conference and district opponents, as both these teams try and get themselves set for the postseason. Southern Boone has used a big third quarter to bounce out to a 14-point lead, and this third quarter is still ongoing.
Yeah, quarter score 20-9 with, again, just under 3 minutes left to play here. They have just really taken off. And not really in a way, you know, Southern Boone, typically you think of them as just kind of slowing the tempo. That's not what they're doing here in this third quarter. They're finding the advantages here in matchups, and they are pushing it, pressing the point.
Willoughby, Harrison, Wall, Marshall, and Long on the floor for the Indians. Harrison has it. Goes over to Long. Long to Willoughby. Up top, Harrison with it. Long off another screen, working against Sims. Called for a hand foul up top. That's Shearer, and that's going to be his third. He was doing a lot of hand fighting out there with Harrison. Gets called for the foul.
Yeah, it was a legitimate call, and that's just what they do, man. They're not going to make anything easy. You got the ball, they're going to guard you at every moment here.
Willoughby on the wing, wide open, steps into the 3, left iron, no good. Rackers down with the rebound. And Harrison he had the jump time perfectly, and then that ball hung on the rim for 1 extra second. Backing into the lane, turnaround jump shot up by Rackers is good.
Rackers are making some shots here in the paint that he was missing in that first half. He's got 17.
Long gets a step on Sim. Shot on the rim, no good. Wall with the rebound, gives it over to Marshall. Marshall's 8-footer, no good. Fight for the board and tracked down by Trott. 2 decent looks there for the Indians. Couldn't get either one to go. And now Southern Boone a chance to extend this lead on this possession.
One of the few times I've seen Ethan Wall pass up an opportunity to score in the paint there.
Kind of surprised me too. 52-36, 128 left to go here in the third. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Ton of contact, going to be an offensive foul. That one's going to go on Rackers, and that'll be his fourth. I mean, went right into Harrison, but again, got a step on his defender out on the perimeter, but just went right into Blake Harrison, who was right there waiting on him. And eventually you knew Harrison was just going to get to a point in this game where he was going to have to step in with the help defense. And there was the time, drew the foul on Rackers. Now Rackers will have to sit with 4. Osage needs to take advantage of this now. Long off a double screen, three-pointer up, back iron, no good, rebound down to Trot.
That's a good look. That's what we want to see for Long. Just not getting them all to fall.
This is Bonnet with it, working against Wall, dribbles off his foot, now picks it up. Wall knocks it out of Bonnet's hands on the sideline. And it stays here with the Eagles. Neither coach can believe the non-calls tonight. Incredulous, Steve. But you don't hear many people just being credulous.
You're just breaking out the vocabulary here tonight. I love it.
That's very chalant of me. Ball goes to Shear in the corner. Now swung around. This is Trot. Passing lane jump, but Sims winds up with it. Into the lane. Hands it off for Shear. Once again, Southern Boone will reset here under a minute to go in the third. Shear picked up by Long. Now working down towards the baseline. Ooh, Marshall almost jumps the passing lane, but Sims winds up with it. Sims working against Marshall.
And now they're slowing down.
Gets a step on him, goes into the lane, draws the foul on Wall, and Sims will be at the line for 2.
That'll be number 3 for Wall, if that's who they're calling that on.
But how many times have we seen this now in this third quarter where their perimeter player is just getting a step on the defender, going right at Wall and Harrison, forcing them to make a decision with both of them playing with 2 fouls. Their Wall gets called. No, they're going to call it from Marshall.
Okay, I'll fix that.
Kind of an odd one on that. I didn't see any reason it would go on Marshall, did you?
I did not.
You want to go down there and tell him?
I think the coaches are communicating with him enough there. So Sims, he misses that first attempt.
Yeah, you got it from here. Give me that computer. I'll take care of this.
Oh, I missed a bucket for somebody.
For whom? Which team?
Our team.
No.
I've got us at 36. I don't know who I missed that.
I got us at 36 too.
Scoreboard's got us at 38.
Steal in the backcourt. Wall going to be called for the foul on the take to the rim. Willoughby knocked to the floor as he tries to bring it down. No call there. And then the foul called on the layup attempt. It's no good, but 2 free throws coming up for Price Bonnet.
And now Ethan Wall gets his third, and I've got to find someone to give these 2 points to.
Now, hang on. We've been down this road before, Steve. I have 36 as well.
Okay, I'll stay with you. I'll stand with you. Or sit here on this bleacher.
Sit down. You look weird standing up over there. First free throw, no good. This weirdly physical, strangely called game tonight. The referees have lost control of it at times and feel like they're trying to take control back the other half. Trying to find a Long, skip pass, tip, knocked out of bounds, sideline inbound coming up for the Indians. Maverick gets it on the inbound. Behind the back, now spins. Tough shot up right as time expires. Front iron, no good. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Tentatively, 53-38 is the score on the scoreboard. We'll take a break, come back with the final quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
This flu season isn't messing around. Per the CDC, it's the worst in 25 to 30 years. But it's not too late to protect yourself. Join the Flu Vaccine Clinic February 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. at COMC next to Hy-Vee. These free vaccines are available for patients 6 months and older. Get vaccinated and stay healthy. Plus, you'll be entered to win 2 tickets to a 2026 concert at Ozarks Amphitheater. It's quick, easy, and convenient.
COMC, the healthy place to be. Unlock your future with Columbia College, where education works around your life. Earn certificates through master's degrees 100% online with no extra fees and no book costs. Move faster with accelerated 4- and 8-week sessions, plus personalized support and lifelong career resources every step of the way. This is Danielle King, Director of Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks. Take the next step toward your goals. Apply now at apply.ccis.edu or call 573-348-6463.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Back here for fourth quarter action. Osage down by 15. I'm giving in, Steve.
Okay, I got to figure out who we're going to give that point to.
Craig Allen. Which gives me my 1,000 for my career. Osage will start with the basketball. Clark. Harrison fakes the handoff, works the baseline, goes to Long in the corner. Long step back, tries to go inside to Harrison. That pass tip knocked out of bounds by Bonnet.
I like the efforts to try to get Blake the ball here. He had 9 points there in that first quarter. He hasn't scored since then. Love to see him be a part of this.
Maybe we missed the Maverick trusty fadeaway shot in the lane. They have Maverick with 10. Is that what you have?
I have him at 10, yes.
Well, I give up. Luke Wolf in the lane. 11-footer, no good. Rebound down for the Eagles. Ball kicked up ahead. Southern Boone trying to extend their lead here to start this fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. Racker's on the floor playing with 4 fouls. He's picked up by Clark. Now gets a step on him into the lane. Picks up his dribble. Takes a step towards the rim, fouled by Wolf, and I think he'll get 2 free throws out of it.
There we go. Luke Wolf with his 3rd foul of the night. Rackers makes the first. He's got 18.
I feel like, as much as I hate doing this, Steve, it should be noted that Blake Harrison started with the first 9 points for the Indians and has not scored since.
Yep. And part of that due to foul trouble there that took him out of the second quarter, but he just, offensively, he hasn't been able to insert himself back into the game.
Doing a good job of denying him the basketball as he's working on the interior right now. Maverick working against the Rackers. Gives it off to Clark, back out to Maverick. Pump fakes, now he'll step back into a triple. Back iron, no good. Harrison has the rebound. Harrison spins into the lane. They call a jump ball as Harrison's knocked to the floor. It'll stay here with the Indians. Baseline inbound coming up. Brady Clark will be the trigger man.
We're having a conversation here.
And it'll be Southern Boone basketball off that jump ball.
Some confusion over the possession error. Maybe, I don't know, at the change of quarter, maybe it didn't get switched. Either way, the Eagles are coming our way with the ball.
That'll make it, or excuse me, that'll put Osage with some full court pressure here now. Rackers picked up by Long out near the volleyball line. And Rackers, I think he might have been blocked there by Long. A lot of contact. Rebound comes down to Shear. He can't put it in, and Wolf has the rebound. Now Clark wants to go right to the basket. He's hit on the arm, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Bonnet with his 2nd foul of the night. Brady Clark here at the line. You know, this is a comment I'll make here that typically fits more a football scenario, but it just seems like the Eagles have just been more physical tonight against the Indians, and we just haven't had an answer for that. Brady Clark misses the first. He's got 7 here. He had those 7 points all consecutive there in that second quarter.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound off the foot, out of bounds. Off a Troth's foot, stays here with the Indians. Marshall will check in for Clark.
We've got about 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Osage yet to score in this final period.
Off the inbound, Long gets it. He'll put up the triple. Front iron, no good. Harrison has the rebound. He's working against Shear. Reverse layup from Harrison, and he puts it up and in. Had to fight for that one, but got it to go. Now Southern Boone able to beat the pressure. Shear pulls it back out, goes up top to Trot. Gives it over to Rackers, picked up by Marshall. They switch, now Maverick on him. Sims working against Long. They call the hand check foul out on the perimeter there.
It is, and that's 4 for Long. It's interesting what they let go in certain parts of the floor and what they're really ticky-tacky about and calling really tight at other parts of the floor. Jackson Long having to take step off the floor here with 4 fouls.
You know, it could be just what referee is closest to you as well.
I don't have any refs close to me right now.
Get up here. I'll change that. We'll get that guy over there. Rackers gets a step into the lane, splits 2 defenders, layup on the rim, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Osage, stays here with the Eagles.
A rare miss for Rackers here in this second half. He missed several, left several there in the first half.
Off the inbound, Sims has it. Shear to Rackers, to Troth, cross court, off the rim, and Harrison has the board. Kicks it over to Marshall. Marshall, left hand, no good. Harrison, a rebound, put back, can't get it to fall, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shear with his 4th foul on the night.
That would have been a big and 1 opportunity there for the Indians. Instead, Harrison will be at the line for 2. 5:08 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. Ethan Wall at the table, set to check in. First free throw is good, 55-41.
Blake Harrison with 14, actually 12 on the night.
There's your problem.
Well, I gave him the 2 points that we were missing, so, yeah.
Well, I was available. Second free throw, no good. So a 14-point game here. 5 minutes left to go in the 4th. Rackers working against Marshall. Now he gets Wall on him.
And it doesn't pay the Eagles to be in a hurry about anything here at this point with this lead.
Sims into the lane, push shot on the rim, no good. Harrison has the board, kicks it up ahead to Marshall. Marshall gets his steps counted out, could not get the layup to go. Ball knocked out of bounds off Southern Boone, stays here with the Indians. Steve, may not be the Indians' night here tonight.
Well, they're going to have a heck of a closeout in this 4 minutes and 34 seconds here in order to make that happen, change that narrative.
Maverick with it up top, gets a screen from Harrison, goes away from it. Lost his footing, lost the basketball. Ball knocked away by Harrison, tipped again. Marshall has it on the floor, throws it away. Maverick winds up with it past the timeline. Maverick to Harrison, backing his man in. Foul called, 3rd in the quarter on the Eagles. Great defensive play there from Blake Harrison in a 2-on-1 situation.
That was impressive. I'll watch that back again. Very
Derek White-esque for the Boston Celtics. The best defensive player in 2-on-1 situations. Marshall can't get the finger roll to go. Harrison has the rebound, though. Harrison to Wall, foul on the floor, 4th team foul on the Southern Boone Eagles in this quarter. One more.
I've got Shear fouling out, so that's the first player tonight to be done with his evening with 5 fouls.
And did Shear have the foul before this one, too?
No, I don't think so. I thought that was Bonnet. Yeah, I had Bonnet for the foul.
Okay, I was wondering what the Southern Boone coach is talking about here. Thought maybe he didn't get a chance to sub him out. Willoughby off a screen, goes right to the basket. Pump fake, gives it out to Maverick. 3-pointer on the wing up, no good. Fight for the board, ball knocked around. Harrison has it. Pump fake, gets his defender off the floor and finishes. That was just all Blake Harrison hustle right there. Marshall in the backcourt working against Rackers. Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Marshall there as he's trying to play defense full court and get his physical with them.
It's second of the night for Marshall. He's got something to give here in a really physical game. He's going to look like he's going to have a seat here, getting a breather.
I don't see Jackson Long being that physical with him out there. This is Troth with it, the younger one, over to Rackers. Here comes a trap now. Long. Rackers working the baseline. Tough 10-foot jumper just up and over Ethan Wall. That's a very difficult shot to hit. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well with 3:25 left to go. A 14-point game. Osage down 57-43. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes a toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply. Your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now. This is Osage Indians Basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
Osage down here to Southern Boone by 14. Southern Boone ballooning that lead out in the third quarter, kind of walking it away from School of the Osage and just keeping them at arm's length throughout the course of this second half here. Osage trying to fight their way back in it. They'll have the basketball here down the stretch.
Yeah, the Eagles had that third quarter where that was kind of the outlier of the game so far, and the Osage Indians here need to have their outlier here in this fourth quarter if we're going to get back into this one. We got 3 minutes, 25 seconds left here, and the ball. Really impressed with the energy and the effort I've seen from Blake Harrison on both ends of the floor here, just fighting for those boards, being just a real team leader and showing his teammates, hey, this is what this has got to look like if we're going to get back in this one.
You like it so much, you've just been giving them points.
Not pointers, though, just points.
No. This one goes to Harrison, and he pump face, gets his defender, and just a beautiful job there by Blake Harrison. Got his defender off the floor, jumped into him in a way that wouldn't alter his shot, but would draw the foul, and that's 5 on Bonnet. So 2 players for Southern Boone have fouled out now. And Shearer is going to check in. That's against the rules. You've already fouled out, sir.
Sims is coming in. Hey, and if you don't believe the game's been physical, I tell you, when you got 2 players on the opposing team here fouling out with still 3 minutes left to play, that'll show you a little bit what's been going on.
Off the free throw, no good. They're going to say a foul on the rebound, and that might be the 4th on Ethan Wall.
Indeed, it is.
Osage with some full court pressure here. I don't see the intensity or physicality slowing down, Steve.
Brady Clark getting ready to check in here. Next stoppage of play.
Maverick Trusty has no fouls. That just means he's got something to play with, Steve.
We might need him to. He tried to get one there.
Troth out to Sims. Under 3 minutes to go. Willoughby called for the foul as Sims makes his way through the lane. That's going to be 5 on Osage in this quarter, so Sims will shoot some free throws.
Willoughby with his first of the night. Sims yet to get in the scorebook here.
Oh, boy.
Are you going to blame that on me?
You've gone and done it now, Steve.
He's got one. 58-45 in favor of the Eagles.
Sims has yet to double his score tonight at the free throw line. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. I see. I understand now.
Long with it. Dribbles in. Picks up his dribble over to Maverick. Maverick gets a step into the lane. They say foul on the floor. Doesn't matter. It's going to be free throws irregardless. Fix that for me, Steve.
Brody Troth. He's got his 3rd foul of the night. 17 on the night. Maverick Trusty at the line. He's got 10, trying to make it 11.
Here comes Aiden Williams to clean up the floor. If only.
Those were good days.
Yeah, but then we had to sit through Aiden Williams Dancing with the Stars.
That was something. Trusty misses the first.
One more coming up with 2:43 left to go here in the fourth. Second free throw rims around and falls, makes it a 12-point game, 58-46. Rackers throws it back behind the defense. Ball kicked over for the easy finish, and they say he's fouled as well, and we'll go to the line for one more.
Brody Troth with 19 now, putting that one on Trusty for his first foul tonight. Score 60-46, 2:34 left in this contest.
Free throw no good. Maverick has the rebound. He'll push it up for the Indians. Kicks over to Long. Long cross court over to Willoughby. Willoughby steps in, push shot, 14 feet, no good. Ball knocked around. Harrison has it on the floor, hands it over to Willoughby. Willoughby skip past to Maverick. He'll step into a three and gets it to go. Good hustle play there from the Indians to keep it at 11. 60-49, 2:12 left to go. You know what? If I have fouls to give, I'm just going to put Sims at the free throw line right now, Steve.
Oh, we got trouble. There we go. Who do we have there for the Eagles? Right at the rim, wide open. Morris there.
Yeah, Harrison tipped the pass, and Maverick trying to come down with it, fighting with another player, got knocked to the floor. They say off him. I'd foul Sims right now, Steve.
There we go. Willoughby does. Good coaching. Willoughby with his second of the night. I think we should give some fouls to the coach. Hey, you told me to do that. You get the foul.
That's right. I heard you say foul him. That foul's on Coach Henshaw. So Sims at the line for two.
I keep him doing that all night long. Good observation. Misses that first one. Misses a lot of that first one.
That'd be nice, Steve. Second free throw, no good. Maverick with the rebound. Osage has a chance to make this a single-digit game. Long off a screen, three-pointer up from him. Back iron, no good. Fight for the board, and Rackers somehow takes it away from Harrison. And then a foul in the backcourt, but that'll put Rackers at the free throw line, and that is not who I would foul, Steve.
We put that on
Harrison.
Harrison, his third. I tell you, and Harrison has been fighting hard, but it's one of those, you know, even on nights when we've been out-rebounded, we've just seen the Eagles kind of sky, it seems like sometimes over and beyond what Harrison's reach to get those boards. Rackers gets the first to fall. He's got 22 on the night. Where's Sims when you need him?
Yeah,
Rackers hits both.
I wouldn't be fouling Rackers going forward. Long will step into another three. Back iron, no good. And there's Sims with the rebound. And I think they tried to foul Sims. The pass was tipped, and Osage comes up with the steal. Odd how that worked out.
We'll take it.
So Long trying to go inside to Harrison. That entry pass tipped. Ball knocked around. Osage winds up with it. This is Long with it in the backcourt. Harrison working against Morris. Pump fakes, gets his defender.
There we go. There's an and one.
Draws the foul, gets the bucket, and he goes to the line for one more. Morris doing everything that he can to deny Blake Harrison a basket, and Harrison still draws the foul on him. That's Morris's.
That's his first, yeah. Well, wait a minute. Could that be?
It's his first.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't seen much action here tonight. 62-51.
Free throw falls, timeout on the floor. It's a 10-point game with 1:16 left to go. We'll keep it here for this timeout, though. We'll tell you that our next broadcast will come to you live. It's Thursday, right?
Friday.
The game is Friday?
Yeah, Mexico Friday.
Are we sure about that? I thought it was Thursday. Mike, what do you have back in the studio? Thursday it is. I'm doubling down. All right, the game's on. Game's back at School of the Osage on Friday for the Mexico Bulldogs.
It is indeed Friday. That's hilarious. Hey, I don't think Sims is going to be out on that floor for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're coaching, well, he is. He looks like he's getting ready to go back in, right? But why would you do that? I mean, because
they're not listening to my broadcast.
If you're Osage, you're talking about Sims gets the ball.
Well, they just now put in Maddox Kennedy, too, who's a freshman. So that's someone I'm looking to maybe put on the free throw line, too. So Osage has their options. They just need to be picky with who they want to put at the free throw line. Chase Rackers is showing the ability to step up and hit free throws. So that's not the guy you want to put there. But guess what? That's who Southern Boone wants to have the basketball in their hands. So now it turns into a game of chess. And Steve, all you know how to play is checkers, my friend.
Drown me. 1:16 left in this contest, 62-52.
Off the inbound, Clark immediately fouls Maddox Kennedy as he gets the basketball. He must be like a Knights of Columbus free throw champion, Steve.
Because he's in the game right here? That's what you're saying?
I did see the coach call him Craig Allen. Get in there. What a weird situation for a freshman to have to step into. They have to jump in there and hit these free throws like this. First one's good, though.
Looked pretty easy. Looks like he's done that before.
Second one, no good. Harrison with the rebound, kicks it up ahead to Willoughby. 11-point game. Clark, Willoughby, trying to go to Long in the corner. That pass tipped, knocked out of bounds. Can't force anything right here. They definitely know you want to go inside or outside with the basketball. As long as you're scoring points at this point, still a minute left, you're looking to just kind of chip away at this one. You can't hit an 11-point shot right here. Long's three is up, no good. Harrison has the rebound. They say foul on the floor on the board, but that'll still put Harrison at the line for two.
Morris with his second foul of the night. Both of those in the fourth quarter here. Harrison at the line. Missing his first. Trying to cut this lead back down to 10 here.
Second free throw is good, and that does make it 10. Full court pressure being applied here by the Indians. Double teaming Rackers. Goes into Sims. He is going to be immediately fouled before they can get it over to Rackers.
Nice job by Willoughby. He got there in a hurry. That was a flash. He gets his third of the night.
I'm not changing his nickname again, Steve, to Flash. You can't keep doing this. I can only...
I'm happy with the floor general. That's a good name.
I can only use AI so many times on these graphics, Steve, before they shut me down. First free throw from Sims, no good.
Sims playing the part of Shaquille O'Neal here tonight.
Okay,
Is that not very kind? He's not one of our guys. If I cross the line here.
He's missing some free throws.
Okay, sorry. Hey, makes that. Good job, Sims. Good job.
Mike gonna have to come get you. Under a minute to go here. Maverick hands over to Long. He'll step into the Long three, and it's good. Makes it an 8-point game here.
Long with 9 on the night. What do we got here?
Trying to deny the inbounds to Rackers. They call the foul on Trusty, but you know what? I don't understand why this isn't done more. Well, I guess the clock's running, but still. Just foul before the inbound even happens, Steve.
Rackers at the line.
Not who you want, though.
Not who you want. He's 7 for 8 from the line tonight. Making it look easy. He's got 24. Eagles up 65-56. 46 seconds left in this contest. Makes them both.
Timeout on the floor taken with 46 seconds left to go. Once again, our next broadcast will be Friday night. Back home against Mexico. Man, I thought that game was on Thursday.
Well, I'm glad we clarified that because you would have been lonely.
I thought I was going to have a 4-day weekend.
There is a girls' game, a home girls' game on Thursday, and I'm sure they'd be glad to have you call that one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure who they're playing. I don't have that schedule.
I'll put the call in. See if we can make that happen. Osage down by 10 here, about to get the bat roll. They're going to have the basketball down the stretch here, but again, Southern Boone just taking a big third quarter, walking this lead away from the Indians and just keeping them at arm's length. Osage winning the fourth quarter, but the deficit was just too much coming into it. Osage just lightly chipping away at it.
Yeah, 18-13 for a fourth quarter score. We're up by 5 in the quarter, but again, the outlier, man, things fell apart there for us in that third quarter, getting outscored 23-11. You know, it was a tight game before that, and they just went on a run there that was, we didn't have an answer for a bit.
So Osage with the basketball, 46 seconds left to go here in the fourth, brought to you by United Rentals. A 10-point game, both teams shooting free throws. Sims tasked with guarding Long. Setting up a picket fence for Maverick. No, over to Harrison. Harrison gets it, wants to work baseline. They call a blocking foul before he even gets there. So 2 free throws coming up for Harrison.
Morris with his third of the night.
Morris.
He might get fouled out. He might foul out in just 1 quarter here.
Not the son of Zach Morris. No resemblance. A lot of people right now unsure of who Zach Morris is.
Yes.
No Super Bowl commercial for Zach Morris.
Is that
Steve.
a thought that you were clarifying to yourself? That you were
I had remember that long diatribe I went on about Saved by the Bell at Dancing with the Stars last year?
I've seen you with a mic with time to spare, yes.
Second free throw missed. Rackers gets the rebound. Wall's going to foul out after he just checked into the game, and Rackers is going to go to the line once more with 28 seconds left to go here.
Ethan Wall being the third player on the floor to foul out here tonight. We've had 2 for the Eagles, and Wall being the first for the Indians. Rackers doing us a favor, missing that first. Eagles up 66-57. We've got 28 seconds, 28.8 seconds left in this contest.
Second free throw is good, though. Puts it back at 10. Maverick with it across the timeline. Under a half minute to go here. He'll step into a shot. Left iron, no good. Rackers has the rebound. And Osage will get the steal into Willoughby. His 12-footer rims around, won't fall. Foul on the rebound. It'll stay here.
23. That is Troth with his 4th foul of the night. We got 12 seconds left. Time is running out on the Indians. Blake Harrison at the line, a chance to score a couple buckets, a couple points here with no time passing, but we're just running out of sand. Harrison makes the first. He's got 24. Timeout on the floor.
Coach is still coaching down the stretch here with 12 seconds in this 9-point game. And I know it's something that we'll go over in the postgame, Steve, but I really feel like, once again, 3-point shooting needs to be pointed out here tonight. Southern Boone realized that they were not hitting from the perimeter, and they just stopped. Everything that they've got here in the second half, their shot chart is going to show shots around the rim. And Osage continues their struggles, and we have seen this become an alarming trend over the last couple weeks now. And with the competition being as stiff and as fierce as it is going forward, Osage is going to have to shake the cobwebs off their 3-point shooting and get some of these to start falling, or it's going to be a difficult few weeks for them.
You know, that's a good observation. It's almost like there was a conversation in the Eagles locker room that, hey, we're not paying attention to that 3-point line here for this quarter, because, as you said, I would say every little dot they put in that shot chart is going to be in the paint. And that's when they really took over this game. And of course, you know, there's just not enough time on the clock, I don't think, for the Indians to make up this deficit. But they're sure going to try. They're going to try to hit both of these here and see if we can get a quick stop and come back the other way.
If you make it, just foul Sims before they inbound. Big if. Free throw no good. Rebound comes down to the Indians. Long's 3 is up, and it's good.
And I think that was an intentional miss there on Harrison's part. I mean, he hit the front of the rim. That's not a miss that Harrison has. They get the three, 67-61 in favor of the Indians. Southern Boone's going to have the ball here.
It'll be a full timeout, so Coach Henshaw going to have to draw something up to either foul immediately or try and get the ball in a turnover here. Osage hanging tough. And you look at that third quarter, the way they fought back here in the fourth, that third quarter is where Southern Boone might have put this game away.
Yeah, there's no doubt here. You look at that fourth quarter score, we're winning this fourth quarter 23-14. Of course, you know, the Eagles just in a position where they don't necessarily have to score. They're just letting the clock be their friend. But that 13-point deficit, or I said 12-point deficit there in that third quarter, was just one that put us out of it here. I love that the Indians have not just laid down, right? I love that the fight has come back here. They're trying to make a game of it. And I love that, you know, I think we saw that first on the floor by the effort from the Blake show and just the leadership of Coach Henshaw saying, hey, we're going to ink every little second we can get out of this.
Southern Boone is just going to throw the ball down the court here. Osage cannot stop the clock again, so even if they get a made basket, they cannot stop the clock. So Southern Boone likely just to throw it as far down the floor as possible here. Instead, they go right into Rackers. Maverick gets the steal.
Oh. And
they say he was on the sideline out of bounds.
What a play, though. Trusty just timing that perfectly. Able to get that steal. Just can't stay in bounds. Can't stop his momentum. That was an impressive play.
And once again into Rackers. Maverick going to be called for the foul, and Rackers has a chance to put this one on ice at the free throw line.
Trusting his third foul of the evening. Rackers here with 26.
And Harrison, who started with the first 9 points for the Indians, didn't score again until the start of the fourth, now has 22 points on the board. Strange game for Blake Harrison. Second free throw, no good. Long will step up, pull a three, and he'll put it in right as time expires to make it a 4-point game. 68-64. Osage, a big fourth quarter, but not enough to overcome the Southern Boone Eagles here tonight as Osage falls 68-64. We'll take a break. Come back with the post-game show. Get you set for Thursday or Friday. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When it's time for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency matter even more. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll get competitive pricing on AirEase products. Industry-leading comfort built on over 80 years of experience and innovation. For nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed has proudly served the Lake area and Jefferson City, providing reliable products from reliable people. DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, where comfort meets trust, and they're hiring. Join their growing team today at DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters. They build trailers tough enough for every season, built to last, and built for you. From utility trailers to heavy-duty trailers, they've got the perfect fit for your to-do list. If you need a trailer just for a day, week, or month, DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters offers flexible rental options to fit your needs. Check out their large selection today. DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters, located at the Highway 17 junction in Eugene.
Is your garage door creaking, squeaking, or just plain loud? Hi, it's Paul Dooley with Dooley Overhead Doors. We fix nosy doors with new springs and expert adjustments. And if it's time for an upgrade, we can make that happen using only top quality material and service. In 40 years, we've seen a lot of changes here at the lake, but we're still here because of our great sales and customer service. Let us show you how. Call Dooley Overhead Doors at 573-348-4399.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
You're listening to Osage Indians Basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Ashland, Missouri. And the School of the Osage Indians fall short here tonight against the Southern Boone Eagles. Final score 68-64. Steve, a 4-point loss for the Indians. Would you say that score is indicative to how the game went, or is closer than it should have been?
Well, you know, I remember that first contest back in that Eugene tournament, and I remember that feeling close almost the whole way through. Just the swings were just pretty narrow here. There was some times where it just felt like that late in that third quarter that we were just out of it. We were just, this game is over now. Give credit to our boys for fighting back into it, and you have that late three there that cuts that lead just a bit for us. Makes it look a little more respectable. In fact, this is the same point differential the first time that we played, but boy, the story of the game certainly felt different. And you just look at those swings there from, okay, that third quarter, we lose 23-11. We win the fourth quarter 26-15. You just can't lay down a quarter like that.
Yeah.
You can't give up 23 points and only score 11 and expect to come back and win that game, especially this time of year against such talented opponents.
Yeah. I agree. Osage just kind of let things get away from them there in the third. Southern Boone kind of got into defensive mode down the stretch there. Osage able to kind of chip their way back into it and make it a 4-point game. But Osage going to have to take a look at how they played defensively in that third quarter and what can change. Credit where it's due, Southern Boone made the adjustments in that second half, really attacking the basket, not settling for jumpers, and that's what really helped propel them. All the shots they got right at the rim, and they were able to bring home the victory tonight. Point totals for the Indians, Steve.
Hey, starting with our leader, Blake Harris of the Blake Show. He has 24, and you made mention of this. He scored 9 of those points in the first quarter, and then because of foul trouble, really didn't get back in the action offensively until late in that third quarter. He scored a bucket, and then he finished strong with 13 points in that fourth quarter alone. Jackson Long with 15. All of those points, it looks like, come from three-point land. Tyler Marshall with 2. Maverick Trusty with 14. Good effort from the Magician. Brady Clark with 7. Tanner Willoughby with a bucket. And I'll just mention the stars on the other side, the Rackers, their talented guard with 27. And then Brody Troth there with 19.
Mills and Sons MVP of the game.
You know, sometimes it's easier than others, and I think it's pretty easy tonight. The Blake Show, again, he scores 24, or I guess 22. We have a little disagreement on the point total there, but that's sitting out a quarter of the game, right, because of foul trouble. And just the energy he brought at one point to kind of help turn the game a little bit, where it just looked like the Eagles were going to run us out of the gym, and it was going to be an ugly finish. We kind of, because of his effort and his energy on both ends of the floor, were able to stop the bleeding a little bit and try to climb back into this one.
Yeah, I agree. Just really left it all out there, especially in that second half. Did what he could and helped lead the comeback down the stretch there in the fourth quarter. That's my pick as well. But unfortunately, the Indians will fall short here tonight, 68-64. Our next broadcast will be Friday night back home at School of the Osage as the Indians will take on the Mexico Bulldogs. Before tonight, for Steve Adams, for Wild Wild West, for Mike Forever Young back in the studio, Osage loses by 4 here at Southern Boone. I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports.